They don't want you when you down. Watch the money come up, then the love come down. They don't want you when you down. When the money come up, then the love come down. When the money come up, then the love come down. They don't want you when you down. When the money come up, then the love come down. When the money come up, then the love come down. They don't want you when you down. Yeah, they don't want you when you down. You was never down, so why would I want you around? Play my music once, now she said she know my sound. It's funny how they act now, that's why I call them clowns. What you want from a nigga? Feel like DMX, girl, how's it really going down? Tell me from the start, I took it personal. I don't want no fake love no more. I've been treating them like they optional. Ain't my fault, these hoes the same. See you doing good, then they try and come and take. If the pussy good, then I'ma break the bank. When the money come up, then the love come down. Yeah, I seen it firsthand. I know they still gon' be there in the end, so I gotta turn it up, cause I want 100 bands. When the money come up, then the love come down. When the money come up, then the love come down. They don't want you when you down. When the money come up, then the love come down. When the money come up, then the love come down. They don't want you when you down.
Money girl with the love, yin and yang sign. I'm in her beat, got her tongue throwing gang signs. Here go some dollars for your fit, this for date night. She fucked around and ate it all like a plate weight. You don't like your time I pick, you can change flights. It's fine, baby girl, you mine, get what you like. Grab her up off the court, mix it with Sprite. I'm just trying to touch on your body in the moonlight. Let the way you look, baby, that's a given. Unlike the treasures in your mind that was hidden. Before I met you, I was one to keep it pimpin'. Now I'm telling bitches I don't even want them to come near me.
Get the fuck out.
I'ma drop a bag on cause she worth every dime. That's mine. Touch her, you out your mind. Get slime. Better not ever cross that line. You do.
Yes, sir.
When the money come up, then the love come down. They don't want you when you down. When the money come up, then the love come down. When the money come up, then the love come down. They don't want you when you down.
Yes, sir. All right, man. Empty Cup,
Man.
episode 3. Elevating every time. Y'all just heard Love Comes Down from Sal being easy, you feel me? Going hard, going crazy, you feel me? As always.
That
Love
shit,
it.
That shit next level, bro.
Next level.
Man, we ain't. You see how it automatically went to your shit? Like, nigga, it's on the playlist, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like, this shit, that's incredible, bro, man. Love Come Down,
2 weeks
bro.
in a row. That's what I was thinking. Fuck. 2 weeks in a row. It must be something about that side of the motherfucking table, nigga.
2 weeks in a row is
For
crazy.
real.
Welcome to another episode of the Empty Cup podcast, man. You already know what's going on. Not the whole game. The
Yeah,
whole
we
game
missing
not
Mike
here.
today, but it's
we
smooth,
Mike,
bro. Love.
MK, where you at?
Love, bro.
Man.
Come
You
on,
feel me?
man. We already know we sending positive energy to bro.
bro.
You already know what's going on. So, what we here today for?
Today we here talking about purpose, you feel me? That's our theme for this episode. We're going to get into it. We're going to get a little deep. You feel me? It's definitely going to get a little personal this episode. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to y'all seeing what we got going on. So that's what it is, you feel me? BG here, signing in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, easy, east, you feel me? Whatever's easiest. That's it, yo, shit.
Shit, Sal be here. You already know.
Y'all already know, man. And JG, of course. You feel me?
Ah, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Let's get into that.
Shout out.
Shout out.
That shout out. Who is the
Today.
person that we shouting out
Yeah.
today?
The black entrepreneur we're shouting out today is the business of Timeless Gear.
Okay.
They've been in business for 10 years. This is the 10-year anniversary. They've been worn by people such as Rick Ross, HaHa Davis. The list goes on. So tap in with them. We're going to put it right here once we edit it. And it's going to be there so y'all can tap in with them.
Hey, they hard. And definitely support your city, you feel me? Like, they got some hard Detroit sports gear. Like, they hard for real.
And
so,
even if you ain't from this city,
yeah,
they probably got
other,
something from
you
your
feel me?
state.
Other stuff from your
Literally,
state.
so
So
shit.
tap in, they hard.
And speaking of support, show us you been here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We've been seeing and appreciate all the support. But just let us know you was here.
Yeah,
that's
let us
how
know.
that's how
Yeah,
you
let
show
us
us
know you
you
was here for sure.
prove to us you know, we get like, you know, lately since we started this, you know, I'm out, I see people that be like, damn, I love the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
that don't cost nothing.
Yeah, that's free as
I
hell.
know everybody frivolous with their
That
money
show-
anyway.
don't show nothing
This
to
don't
show a
cost
nigga
nothing.
love,
to do.
nigga.
It don't
Oh,
cost
God,
nothing to
like
show
if
no
you
love.
hand me your phone, you subscribing to all of our channels. I'm telling you that right
Hey,
now.
we got the Clip page on TikTok.
Yes,
we got
sir.
the YouTube Love Cartel
Yes, sir.
Instagram. You know, show love to all our Instagram.
sir.
Comment, like, subscribe. Give us, you feel me, critiques too. We open to all that. If y'all want to hear about something specifically, y'all need some advice on something specifically, y'all want to hear our take on something,
Leave it in the
drop it in
comment
the
box.
comments so we know,
Yeah.
you feel me, what y'all looking for.
Facts.
But we gonna jump right in. So, just as the intro, we wanted to establish what our individual relationships with our purpose is. So where we at on our journey, what we see our purpose as, if we figured that out, you know. So that's what we gonna, you know, jump into. What side of the table y'all wanna start on?
I'll start it off. It don't matter. So when I'm thinking about my purpose and where it is, or where I am in my journey right now, honestly, bro, it took a little time to like really figure out true purpose. But in the stage of me, like where I am at, as far as establishing my purpose in my journey, I'm working it every day. Like it's not a moment in which I'm awake and or even sleep that I'm not working to perfect my craft or working to elevate myself to the next level however I can. You feel me? Whether it be through reading, meditation, the actual physical skill of whatever it is that I'm working to do, which is carpentry. You feel me? On the labor side, you feel me? The fun shit, that shit natural. But other than that, bro, like,
When you say the fun shit, what are you speaking on?
oh, the fun shit being shit like, you know what I'm saying, music, bro, like this, you feel me, being able to sit back, post up with y'all, kick it, you feel me, talk, you expand my knowledge, you expand other people's horizons, like, shit, that shit fun as hell, and it's, you know, it's not work, you feel me, so, carpentry not work either, but you could feel that shit on your body still. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yeah, like you could feel that shit.
You know, wake up the next morning like, God, good.
Man, especially I can't imagine being in the gym after.
Oh shit,
Man, that's a
crazy.
workout.
Yeah, that
Gym
discipline
after
you gotta,
carpentry
That's,
is
bro.
insane.
that's really
Oh
a
my
2 a day
God.
or a 3 a day.
For
You feel me?
real.
How you want to look at it.
No, but for real.
For me, I feel like I'm still finding my purpose. Like right now, how I identify it is I know that I want to give back to the world, whether that be in the form of knowledge, assets. You know, me and East have had some conversations on how we can build up our community. That's something that's coming down the line. I ain't gonna speak too much because I don't want to give away too much, but that is where I'm at with it. And you know that it's a lot of things that fall up under that. Now, that's not something that I realized really until the past probably 6 months, you know. And I done had a long journey where my mindset has changed, I've grown. So I'm sure that my ideals, my ideology on purpose can still evolve and change. I'm not 100% sure, you know, exactly what my purpose is. I'm still learning, still figuring that out. So that's where I'm at with it, you know.
I think we'll come back to that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think ultimately sometimes though, innately I feel like as men, we all kind of do know our overall purpose here. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's also things that come down
Facts.
into our specific goals. You
Right.
feel me? However, we decide to express that purpose, but I feel like we all have a very similar same like.
Same, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
feel
this is
you.
what we're here for.
Yep,
Like this
yep,
is what
I
being
feel
a
you.
man is essentially.
I
So
feel you. I agree.
yeah.
You know, it's interesting. We, you know, from the episode, since episode 1 with Legacy, talking about Vice's purpose now, it just seems like, and me and Saul was talking about that shit at the stew the other day, like, I think these are kind of like the steps through the creative process, you know what I'm saying? And as far as purpose, like the stage I'm at with it, I feel like I've solidified and have a definite purpose for me personally. What I identified that as was to raise the conscious level of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I said that like,
Shit.
I said that shit, bro. I said that shit in like 2017, bro.
Sheesh.
When I, you know, I mentioned the book last episode, the 7 habits of highly effective people. And, you know, reading that, finding that definite purpose, it definitely didn't happen instantly. It took, the reason I have bought my journals here, you know what I'm saying, it just show you like, nigga, how much thought, you know what I'm saying, and trial it takes to kind of tussle through that for yourself. But as far as, I feel like I'm kind of like 2-3 years into moving fully in my purpose.
Okay. Yeah, rock with that.
Jay, bro, when it comes to, because I was thinking about it when you was showing the journals, bro, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, do you think that the, like, journaling or writing it out, you feel me, in a sense, gave you a clear idea of what it is that you really wanted to grasp, you feel me? Because sometimes trial, tribulation through like experience, bro, like you get bumped up in this world so much, you kind of got to like, all right, bro, I got it, you feel me? So eventually life is going to get you together in one way or the other.
Right.
But I wanted to know personally do you feel a difference in just experiencing or as well?
Oh yeah, most definitely, bro. And you know, I think it's levels to it, right? Like I think for me, first, it's a reason why, like being able to write, being able to count. You know, I've been teaching 2nd grade since like for the past year. You know what I'm saying? Just to see like kids at that level, like bro, learning how to articulate. You start developing that higher being, that person that you're talking to when you're talking to yourself. That starts at 6-7 years old. You know what I'm saying? And writing, that's why it was we got killed if we was caught reading and writing.
Exactly.
Cause that's cultivating that higher being. You know what I'm saying? We're spirits having a human experience. And when you write, I know for me personally, it was like growing a relationship with myself, and I've you know experimented with different things. Like and you know we gonna talk about that later. Like it's been like just different stuff. You know we'll talk about it in more later. You know what I'm saying? But just a very
It's a process.
yeah, it's a process, bro.
Right.
But yeah.
So,
Purpose. Dang. My purpose, I feel like, obviously I'm a musician. I feel like that's my purpose, but it goes deeper than that. Like, I feel like the reason for me wanting to be a musician is just because of just the society we live in, the world we live in. We hold these celebrities, musicians to such a high regard. We put them on a pedestal. I don't want to be put on a pedestal, but I know for me to really get the message I want to put out, that's the way I'm going to have to go.
you gotta have influence.
Yeah, you got to have influence. So I feel like my purpose is really just to influence people positively. Like I just want to be somebody when people look at my music or hear my music and just look at what I do, they're able to say like, dang, like Sal B has really been a positive person for me.
Yeah.
And I just want to, even when we was talking about legacy, your purpose, that all ties in, because if you fulfill your purpose, I feel like you'll leave a great legacy here.
Facts. Okay. So it's all about impact.
Facts.
So from my point of view, like, I understand there are people who don't find their purpose till they 40.
Yeah.
There are people who don't start looking till they 30. You know, everybody got a different journey.
You hear it all the time.
Yeah.
New book writers, new, innovators or whatever way. They just not started.
They just
doing
not
this
started.
shit,
It's
you
never
feel
too
me?
late.
Like,
So no matter what age you are, get on that. You know, when did you know, Sal, like that you needed to find your purpose, and then when did you know what your purpose was, or that you, like, okay, this is the general area of how I want to, cater and letter my life.
It's interesting you asked that because, I mean, in the beginning, I felt like my purpose was really and we're doing this in a sense now anyways, was just journalism. That's what, when everybody, you know, you go to the family cookouts and shit, everybody asks, oh, Sal, what are you gonna do? I'm like, man, I'm gonna be a sports analyst. I'm gonna be like Stephen A. Type thing. But once I went to college, I'm like, well, this isn't really, like, do I really love doing this? Like, I feel like even if that makes me a lot of money, like, am I gonna love doing this for the rest of my life? And once I really asked myself that, I was like, man, you know, we was back in school making music. So I'm like, man, I've always been in the choir since a young age. Since I was like, probably like 4 years old. I started writing music when I was probably like 12. My mama can sing, my grandma can sing. My dad used to take me to the record store when I was a kid. All I can just remember is putting on Stankonia and putting Miss Jackson on by Outkast.
True
and
classic.
just listening to it all the time. And I just always listened to it. So music influences everybody, and I just feel like music, I'm named after a musician, after a jazz musician.
Okay.
So like it's all destiny, bro.
Got you. I feel you. Jay, you talked about how when you were, you know, in 2017, that's when you started your journey. You kind of knew from then early on. So how did that look for you in more detail?
Yeah, so I think me coming out of high school, it was like a couple pivotal moments for me that helped me find my purpose. And I think for viewers, for you guys, when you going through life, like one of the lessons for me has been to trust redirection. You know what I'm saying? And redirection doesn't always feel good, right? You know, for me, at the beginning of high school, I thought I was going to the NBA, you know? And I think my junior year, I got cut from the basketball team. And nigga, that was like the worst day of my life at that time. You know what I'm saying? Took all my posters off the walls and shit. I'm like, fuck. Like, my identity was so tied into that purpose. And that redirection was painful, you know? And it took me, that was 2016, 2017, I graduate out of that kind of, we were just talking about school and stuff before this, but just getting out of that construct of school just allows, I feel like, your mind to just entertain other possibilities, you know? And I think following that year, 2018 or 2019, I went to Rolling Loud. Went to a festival, first time out of Michigan for real. And that was like, when it hit me, I was like, oh, we need to be on this level of impact. You know what I'm saying? And that shit kind of like started toiling in my mind, like creatively, like what I could do. Like I was really into like fashion, stuff like that. Then once COVID happened, and I think that was like another redirection that we all felt at Mass.
Definitely.
And you know, we sat, you know, we were just forced to sit down. And I think that's another important thing when it comes to purpose, having stillness to be able to hear, you know, because it's like before COVID had happened, you know, everything was just moving. Everything was loud. It was like that inner thought, your higher self, like a lot of people wasn't tapped into that because it takes practice to do that, to be aligned. You feel me? So I think 2019, like when COVID started, and just going on that journey really had me the most in my bag. That's when I was journaling the most. That's when I was like experimenting with psychedelics, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. And it was just like really just a process of showing me myself, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Facts.
So it's funny that you say that. COVID definitely was big for me too. Before that, Like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what I was on. Like, bro, I ain't even gonna get into some of them stories this episode, but
Real, bro.
Patreon. Yeah, that's some Patreon content.
Chill,
but
bro,
I was,
yeah.
you feel me, wilding, lost, you know. And it was a dark time for a while. We was young, you know, and COVID, like you said, it set me down. It forced me to really think and face myself, and I ain't like it. So that's when I started the journey to discover, but it wasn't until very recently that things started to become clear to me. What are my strengths? What do I love to do? What am I passionate about? What do I care about? You know, how do I want to leave an impact on this world? It's a crazy world. It's scary. You feel me? It's a lot of wickedness out here. You know, how do I want to interact with the world and leave my mark, like y'all said, in a positive way? So it wasn't until COVID that I even start really thinking on that line. You know, I started going to the discipline, start going to train, you feel me, train my body, my mind. I was meditating more active, and just sitting with myself and figuring out what do I really want to do. And I started to develop a list, and I've been moving on that mode since then. And now it's to the point where I have a little bit more of a clear understanding, but I'm still learning. And that just kind of goes to show you, like, it takes time. You can start that. Some people don't see that. Some people don't have that opportunity. Like you said, COVID was like a mass thing, but some people don't have that opportunity until later in life. Maybe they indoctrinated, maybe they stuck in their ways, you know, but it's never too late. So if you hear this, I just want y'all to know, no matter how old you are, you 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, it's never too late. You feel me? Go work on yourself and go figure out the impact that you really want to leave. You feel me? And then go from there.
We live in a cycle of sevens, you know, like every 7 years we become completely new people.
And biologically, that's back too. Like every 7 years, none of the cells that you had in your body are the same. So it's you know,
you get all types of new shit.
So you're gonna be reborn so many times.
I also love that y'all both brought up meditation, because I feel like that's important. Like
prayer and meditation.
And we still gonna get to each point about his purpose, but like I just feel like meditation really is like
key.
That stillness.
It man. Really just keep you like aligned. Like you can really. It's that point we out here, we're social beings, but like eventually you have to come to yourself. You have to sit down and just be with yourself and just breathe, bro.
Yes, sir. Breathe. You got to be able to sit with yourself.
Facts.
And no faking. And low key, sometimes even we just kind of stay on meditation because it'll tie into the purpose. You feel me, really in. But realistically, meditation helped me acquire, you feel me, a space to be able to really define my purpose for real. And even define it, not even a definite definition, bro, just a loose one. You feel me? Like, it's not concrete. Because like how Jalen said, like, you gotta kind of be able to, like, be okay with redirection. And one of my main things, like how Ben was saying back then, 2017, before that, even a little bit after that.
Niggas was wild.
Even a little after that, like, I didn't really know what it is I wanted to do. And it wasn't like I didn't have the discipline or I've had it for some time. I was kind of in the middle of two worlds. Like, it was very weird for me, bro, because I knew there were certain things that I couldn't do, but I knew that certain things had to be done. So realistically, I didn't necessarily know how to move. The stillness through meditation brought me to a place to where I could realize for myself that a lot of the things that I was doing that was not it, bro. And not even on some like, oh, you're a bad person. Like, not even like that. On some shit to where it was like, yeah, bro, you doing this. You need X, Y, and Z. You're doing whatever you got to do for whatever reasons. But you're only doing this shit to yourself. You feel me? Like, you're not doing this to the person that whatever's going on. So I had a lot of, like, reality shifts very rapidly. And it made me kind of tighten up. It made me, like, realize, all right, bro, it's more to life,
Life, yeah.
than just nothing.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like there's more to life than nothing. There's actually real things out here that like you want to see, that you want to experience, do. Exactly.
Shift
I
the
think
paradigm.
that's a dope paradigm shift. Like, because for me, I was a pessimistic person. Always like just view like the world like it didn't really have any inherent purpose. You know what I'm saying? Why we exist. Like, I really didn't want to exist. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like it was like, what am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it comes to finding your purpose, you really, like you said, the meditation, the stillness, it's like being able to sit with yourself, to be able to cultivate that is so important. I feel like I was listening to this one interview. It was Earl Sweatshirt and his mom. She like a professor at UCLA, smart as hell. And you know, he was just like feeling the same way. And it was like, what are you gonna do when you see a world that's like a dumpster fire? You know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, since you're here, you might as well put water wherever you
That's
can.
what I thought when you said that. That's
You know
the
what I'm
first thing
saying?
I thought. That's
and
crazy.
that's kind of like a mantra or like kind of philosophy I like taking with that. For sure.
I feel like I do that as well, cause I mean, I've just been like, I'm the type of person, every day I wake up, I feel like it's a new opportunity. I know people go through a lot of things, you know. Nobody ever knows what anyone's going through. But even that's why I'm about to title my next tape after this EP. Like, I'm gonna call it Better Days, cause it's just like, no matter what you're going through, it's always gonna be better days. If I wake up, I didn't know I was gonna wake up this
It's a
morning.
blessing.
Like, I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right.
It's no way for me to predict if I'm gonna wake up this morning. But I woke up this morning, so
Take
it's
advantage
only
of
right that I take advantage of
That's
that.
a fact.
I do something to better myself.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Cause
I
growth
mean,
ain't linear.
prayer, meditation, and do the work. Like, you can't. My little cousin, he's so smart, bro. Shout out to Kokai, bro. He hosted something. Like, and I'm like, bro, you're young, like you still in high school, bro. And he like, look, you can pray, you can meditate, you can do what you need to do all day, but if you don't actually do the work, you feel me? If you just lay down, you expect somebody to come give you something. It don't work like that.
It's not even how this universe
Bro,
works, bro. Like,
I was just about to as soon as you said that, like a visualization of like the discipline, like this is really an exchange where you're having an exchange, you're having a fight with life. You know what I'm saying? And if your purpose is your blow, if you don't identify that, if you don't move in that, you gonna get your ass beat.
Yeah, that's facts.
Like
no ifs, ands, or buts
like you
about
gonna
it,
get
like,
your ass beat, and it's like you gonna either curl up
and get stomped on.
you know what I'm saying, or you, like you said, redirection, maneuver.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're gonna get yourself in a better position.
Don't be reluctant to give up that space, bro. Just move.
Move.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's very simple.
Because life
Ego
is
is the
persistent.
main thing that makes people want to stay in the same predicament.
Be
Just
persistent and consistent.
Right.
How do our purposes align, in y'all opinion? So, like, and we'll start with you, East. How do our purposes align, not only dealing with the podcast, but music, just with everything that we got going on, you know? And that's, I guess we get a little, maybe we get a little into how we came together, but, you know, just in general, how do our purposes align?
I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking, bro, for real. Like, I met all of y'all at different times, you feel me, at different points in my life, right? So, thinking back then, truth be told, I would have never known why we all came in contact, but I damn near know now. You feel me? Like, it makes sense, bro. It was just a feeling, you feel me, that I had that was like, I don't know, something about these niggas over here, bro. Like, they cool as hell, for real. Like, but not just cool, like, these niggas is special, bro. Like, yeah, y'all need to be around each other, bro.
Yeah, like, we
watch
need
what
to-
you can, you feel me, make growth from this, from nothing, bro. Like, watch what happens. So, I would say that coming to find out that Sal's been you feel me, involved in music since he was a kid. I've been around music my whole life, bro. My pops was a producer doing all types of shit. Like, I done seen a whole lot of shit with this music shit. Come to find out some of the best shit that I done never feel like I done did and been with this nigga, you feel me?
Damn,
Likewise, for real. Likewise
Yeah,
with
facts.
Jay, bro. Like, you feel me? Well, Ben, I mean, I guess I met you next, bro, so I'll go with you, nigga. You feel me? Yeah, after I met, you feel me? BG, I didn't really know what our purpose was, and we didn't like, this is my brother for real, bro. Like, all of them for real, but like, it's crazy. But nonetheless, we have a lot of plans in store, bro, and I think that the universe really brought, you feel me, my purpose together, because you got a certain type of intellect, bro. You have a certain way of arranging thought that's different to me, you feel me? And with the way that you arrange thought, plus the discipline and persistence, partner with the things that I bring to the table, you feel me? Dynamic duo, nigga, Shaq and Kobe. Yeah, you can't lose. And then Jay, bro, I met you, the first time I met you was very funny. But
You gotta share the story.
I can't.
Okay, you can't share, you can't, dude.
I can't share. Yeah, for real. But yeah, bro, it was an instant click, bro. Like, no faking. I didn't know what it was with you at first either, but it was different from the energy that I felt from Silent BG though. It was like I don't know how to explain that shit, bro. It was something that was forged through fire. You feel me? Immediately. Like, we didn't have background, you know, knowledge to make something happen. It was off rip, and that shit catapulted everything everywhere to the point in where we are today, making hits, bro. Doing this, you feel me? And building a bigger family, bro. I think that all of our purposes come together beautifully because the things we all have the same. Let's help, let's create, let's do this. And as we push that shit out together, what the fuck?
Who the fuck gonna stop?
Yeah, what the
That's a
fuck?
fact.
Like, good luck, nigga. This nigga just wrapped up.
I definitely got some great stories. We definitely gonna have to tap in with the Patreon though, because not only do we not got the time, some of them is not appropriate. But I will say, in short, like meeting all of these guys, including Mike, who I met more recently.
Mike, I didn't forget you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and it's not like we're all the exact same. I think Mike said that in the first pod. Like, we all are different in individuals, but we're like-minded. Same principles, same morals, same values, same code. You feel me? We stand on the same shit.
Honor, bro.
Same honor. You feel me? So that is what, you feel me? That's what I think attracted us together. You know what I'm saying? So our purposes really show that as well. You know, the things that we care about, the things that we want to do,
The plans that we have,
that we've made behind the scenes, the conversations that we've had, that all aligns. So I really think, in short, that's how it aligns. You know what I'm saying? It just makes sense. It's like I don't know, it's like stairs, and it makes sense at every level. So that's really what I would say in short. Again, stories. I can tell you stories of how we met, how I met Jay. It's a story. I don't even think we had a conversation about this, but you affected me in a way on the floor. That's, again, something for a different day, different conversation, but I took away a lot from that. You feel me? And I just knew from then I rock with Jay, bro. Same thing with Sal, same thing with Mike, and the rest of the people that's in our camp that's either behind the scenes or not necessarily attached to this, but attached to other
Probably
things.
never see some of these niggas on camera.
On camera, but real solid team, bro, and that's
solid,
so
bro.
important. So find you a group of solid people that you can align with when it comes to your purpose, the legacy you want to leave, and the type of time you want.
And don't not do nothing with that.
Yeah.
Have that group, have that, you feel me, camp around you, bro, and execute. You feel me? Whatever y'all want to do, whatever plans and motions y'all could bring up and muster up, do that shit, bro. This shit is ticking. This clock is ticking, bro.
No better
Get
time
on
than
it.
today, than now.
For real.
Man. Facts.
So, yeah.
I feel just both of y'all, man. Like, it just like memories of how we all like got together, just rushing like as y'all was talking. But I think, you know, for me, how I see this, it's like it's 5 of us. That's already a divine number. You know, we got 5 fingers. You know, and I feel like we literally show that. Like every finger got a different purpose. You know what I'm saying? But all of them together, we picking shit up and throwing shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, where I kind of like really saw that was when we went to the studio. Like our first time being in the studio all together, we made some beautiful ass shit, bro. And I was just like, damn. I'm thinking like, why haven't we done this sooner? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it just come with time, and I think we just along with both of y'all. I remember meeting both of y'all, and like you said, it's forged in fire. All of y'all like inspire me like to move forward, and you know, my pops, he had broke down the word inspiration. And it's like he broke down inspiration in spiraling action. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you get inspired by someone, you know, like I'm inspired by y'all, like, bruh, after I heard shit, after I hear your ass, I'm like, bro, I need to elevate. I need to go up. And like, bro, like ever since we started this, it's been that. You feel me? Like, if it's one of us texting a group chat, like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? If we don't talk, it's weird, you know? So I think that's I'm so blessed to have y'all for real. And it's like, bro, that's key. Like, yeah, like you said, time is ticking. That's why like my first project was called Before the World End. And it's like, nigga, bro, you need to find your units and be in action. Move.
So,
Man, I mean, even as we was just explaining before the cameras came on, like, I mean, I don't know, East, since I was like a kid, like, it was really crazy because I used to go to a small private school in the city on like the east side of Detroit called Cornerstone. My mama tried to make me go to the high school, but like they had just started up. You know, in high school, like even just how you was saying, I didn't even know you was trying to be a hooper for real. We got hit in the gym. Trying to see what niggas are. But even like I was just saying though, like I wanted to play sports in high school. You know, that school didn't have no sports. I'm like, Mom, like you gotta let me go to some type of school where I could play a sport. And even the school we went to didn't have a sport, but we were able to play a sport at a different school. So like I get there, I already knew East. Like since I was a kid, I see East, I'm like, dang. Then through there, I meet Ben. I'm like, dang. Like I'm like, what's up, y'all, bro? Like we done really been through some shit, bro.
For
like,
sure.
For real. Y'all really my brothers for real.
For real.
And then just off, like I seen something where DMX said like, you gotta trust God's ability to let you know like who to let in your life or who to trust in your life. And I trust y'all. And then once I met Jay, I'm like, well, I trust East and Ben, like y'all my brothers, I trust y'all niggas with my life. So you bring Jay around, I'm like, shit, well, Jay damn near my brother too. I trust their judgment so much. So like I met Jay, I'm like, dang. I remember we was like in the back of East crib just freestyling, barbecuing and shit. I'm like, damn, bro, like niggas really like, we really tied in for real. So it's just like, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Like we all just really tied in. Like
same with like
Mike.
me and Mike.
Even with Mike,
like me and him, we've been going to school together since middle school and been like fucking rapping. Like he always brought me out of my shell because I'm like naturally an introvert. And just being around Mike, he's very extroverted. You know what I'm saying? Make everybody like his presence is felt as soon as he go anywhere. You feel me? So being around him, it was like it made me speak. You know what I'm saying? Made me like way more goofy. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like it even show up in music. Like he make me talk about different shit every time. You know what I'm saying? Or even performing. Like me and him been through so much shit and like building the Love Cartel and stuff, and like our first performances and stuff together and finding that shit. So yeah, shout out to Mike, bro.
Shout
Like,
out Mike, man.
Mike.
Shout out
No
MK.
faking,
And go
bro.
listen to
God.
his tape too.
Yeah,
for real.
that's how
Oh,
low key
God.
how y'all two niggas is too. Y'all hella like extroverted.
Yeah.
I be like an introverted individual. I'm around these niggas. I'm like, damn, nah.
what the-
I got really,
Whatever.
I
really
wouldn't
talk
say
to
I'm
this bitch.
hella
That's what I'm
extroverted.
saying. I ain't hearing all that shit.
I think it just depends on who
I
I'm
can't
around.
be exactly.
You feel me?
I'm around the right crowd. I could be a little social,
Yeah,
bro, but
yeah.
9 times out of 10,
Yeah, I'm kicking it. You feel me?
yeah, we
Chilling.
cool it, bro. I ain't trying to be.
Hey, you right though. We were on the right. You were around the
man,
right people.
you
We
an
for sure.
extroverted ass nigga,
I can be
man.
extroverted for sure. It's like two sides of the coin.
You can be extroverted.
You right, I'm about to say, I'm
yeah, that is. You be chatting.
But okay,
It do depend though.
it do
Hey,
depend.
you do that.
I ain't even gonna say what I say, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
Patreon,
Patreon,
Patreon.
bro.
Now we got the Patreon coming
Might
soon.
get
We
in
keep
trouble
dropping
with
that.
this
That's no
one.
way. You feel me? We'll go uncut, you know. So the next thing we wanted to touch on is how women can affect our purpose and how we interact with our purpose. They can elevate it. You know, they can make you set a fire on you, make you go find it. If you lost, you feel me? How as
You don't even
women
gotta be lost.
you don't. You can, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? They can elevate it.
Bro, women are so powerful, bro.
Man.
They're so powerful, bro. I don't understand. Like, I be thinking about it sometimes.
They know it though.
They do, and they know it. They really do. You feel me?
We know it too.
Yeah, we do. We really do, bro. I was talking to instructor Aku. We was doing some work, bro. And we were just talking essentially about the power of the woman, bro. And ironically, we were kind of talking about purpose and so on and so forth. And we were talking about how when a good woman comes into your life, bro, the way that she'll catapult everything that you already got going, she'll add so much like drive, you feel me, into your day-to-day endeavor. So if you already one of them dog-ass niggas that's just like, oh, I gotta get this shit, don't let you get you a good little shorty on your side, bro. I'm telling you, bro, like,
Over with.
there's you feel like it's nothing that you can't do. And then even if you start feeling like that,
They gonna pick you up.
right there.
they gonna pick you up, and you low-key in yourself, like, nigga, I can't
Yeah,
fall,
yeah.
bro. Like,
Oh,
I,
God.
That's a
yeah,
fact.
I
That's a
can't
fact.
fuck
That's a
up.
fact. That's a
Like,
fact.
this shit serious. Like,
fact.
so shit.
And I mean, man, shout out to Diamond. That's my lady. And for real, it changed how I looked at life, bro. Like, seriously, like, you just take stuff a lot more serious.
Facts.
You feel me? That having that person that really believe in you, love you for you. You feel me? As a man, that's so important. Cause we move through life, even though we got our brothers, but you battling alone, bro. And it's still like that. But it's just having that partner in crime. You know what I'm saying? It changed everything. So
You don't gotta do no crime, baby.
not literally. you
I'm
feel me?
playing, bro.
Hey, sometimes that's
Hey,
too.
Patience, like,
No,
nah.
it's like, I'm playing. But you know what I'm
Niggas
saying?
funny,
No,
bro.
for real though. You and shit, man, she gonna be mad at you. Not even like that. But for real, you feel me? It elevates your game, your purpose. It elevates how serious you take stuff. Even if you already taking it serious, it's just like, bro, I can't fold. You wake up, you had them hard days where it's like, bro, I really don't want to move, but it's like, no,
Got to.
I got to. You feel me? I feel like kids. I know we ain't put this in there, but that take it to another level too.
Nigga, kids, it's
I can't
kids.
imagine.
You don't
Yeah, I
have
can't
no
even
fucking
imagine yet.
choice. Like, at
That's
least
a fact.
if I pray I never experience this. But if some start tweaking out, bro, it's like, all right, bro, at least I can still get myself back on track.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have children, you feel me? Like, nigga, not fuck 18 years, nigga. This shit is
Life.
this shit forever.
Yeah,
you
that's a
feel me?
fact.
Like, this shit is forever, bro. You have to be a parent for the rest of your life.
That's
It ain't no breaks in this shit. You feel me? I ain't no parent yet, but I can't say that I'm not, like, I'm gearing myself, bro, day by day to be like, yeah,
prepare
bro.
for
Yeah,
that.
like I want to be a dad, bro. You feel me? Like, I want to be a present father, nigga.
Facts.
And a good husband.
Facts.
For
Facts.
real.
Facts. Make that shit cool again.
For real, bro.
sir.
Make 'em
I
real.
All y'all
like-
niggas that want to chill with y'all homeboys all day and just that, I'm watching y'all. Nigga. That's a little.
You seen that one skit, dog head? What's his name? Ben. That be with
Oh, Ben the
Drewski.
Don.
Oh, yeah.
Dog, he like
Shout
my
out to him. He funny, bro.
lover.
That shit was funny, dog. Silly.
Dog, that shit shit was funny. But there's a lot of you niggas that's like that.
That's okay.
But it's interesting, like the dynamic, like you said, women are divine. They're amazing. I think even like biblically, like I was listening to this dude break down like Adam and Eve, and he was saying like how Eve made Adam self-conscious. You know what I'm saying? That's like the inherent like nature women have on us. Like you said, when like a woman tell you to do something, it's like, watch this.
Yeah,
You know
for
what
real.
I'm saying? Oh God. So yeah, I think that's the key. And like one of my best friends, like she like shout out to Sunray. She
Shout out Sunray.
man, she like I remember when probably 2019 we talking about purpose. We were in her dorm and like I was like going to the studio kinda, you know what I'm saying? Hadn't recorded shit, you know what I'm saying? But I was like trying to see her and I'm like, yo, you know, I'm just leaving the studio, we talking and she like, yeah, so what you been making? You feel me? And like I'm like,
You trying to hear this shit?
you feel me? And she like, freestyle, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, froze. But from that moment, nigga, I was so self-conscious, nigga. It made me like, nigga, create a whole project, nigga, like a whole.
Dang, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like the power they be having on us. Like, that shit, I'm like, nigga, I cannot come back here and not have something, like, to play. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah, facts.
Women, what is it? How does
Bro,
it
I just
affect
got
our
a little,
purpose?
speaking of women, I just got a little Instagram from a little lady talking about, she's in a little meme, like me supporting everything he do. Like little shit like that, like how I'm not finna wake up and do this shit
facts.
harder, bro. Let's be
Right.
fucking for real.
I mean, even just all of us up here, everything that we do as men, when you really break it down, it's for a woman.
It is. Everything we do is for women. Everything, nigga. Haircuts, nigga.
It's all,
Everything,
everything we
every
do
single thing a man does is
is
damn near
for a
for a
woman.
woman, bro.
and I mean, like you said, like, I mean,
That's crazy.
I'm kind of like fresh
good
into it
A
with,
good woman,
with who
yeah.
I got right now. So like, but I mean, like I be inspired. Like it just really like, and when somebody really is there for you, like it really is different. Like we come from our mothers, so like we be wanting that, like that certain love that's just like, you know, like you can just lean on her. Like you just there, like not lean on her like on some financial shit, but just like really when you really like, nigga, we go through a lot, bro.
We do.
As
Yeah.
black men,
We do.
especially,
Yeah.
sometimes you just wanna like,
I just want to
you
kick
just
it.
wanna lay down.
nigga
Come
Let
on,
her with
girl.
your
Yeah, for real. I'm trying to lay down,
But
baby.
yeah, like a woman can really like,
Change.
For
it
real.
can change everything. It can inspire you to get on your shit. It can really just like,
Yeah.
I just love women, especially black women.
Yeah. Shout out to black women.
Yeah,
out
no
there,
faking.
man. Shout
I ain't
out to the
never
black
even
queens.
dealt with nothing outside of that.
Man.
Maybe a little Mexican, but that's about it.
Shout out to the black women. Shout out to
the
all
black
women, but
women.
shout out
All
to the
women.
black women out there. Our mothers, our grandmothers, our, you feel me, cousins, aunties, our ladies, all of that, our friends.
facts.
Shout out to the black women. I will say this.
Hey, for
and
real
look, cause
though, for
I don't
real.
want
Shout
y'all to
out black
think.
women.
I don't want y'all to think that we ain't been around the block neither. You feel me? But the thing is,
Patreon.
don't sleep on. I ain't gonna say nothing too much, but don't sleep on a good woman though.
No,
Nah,
for
fact.
real.
Like,
Yeah,
I know-
that will fuck you up.
Yeah, a lot of our
Swear to
people out
God.
here, a lot of our brothers, you feel me?
You have a good one,
you
bro.
feel
Lock
me?
it down, bro.
Don't miss that opportunity to, you feel me, go through that. Like that
That's
shit
what
really.
these niggas told
Yeah,
me.
that shit
Yeah, I was about
really
to say,
the move.
Ben gave me that advice.
Yeah,
the other day
that's
on
what-
the phone.
that's what they
Ben,
showed
you
me.
been tied in how many? 5 years?
Oh, going on 5 in
Yeah,
October.
bro.
Sheesh.
That's
So-
amazing.
But that's
Yeah,
why I'm
bro.
at.
I
Like,
got
I'm
homies
like,
that's damn near married.
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
like,
crazy,
dang.
Facts,
nigga.
man.
but Ben
Lock
gave me
in.
some advice the other day. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna just take heed.
Yeah.
My
Yeah, for
brother
real.
gave me some advice. Y'all damn near gave me the same advice. I'm like,
Hey, y'all ever got some advice from a nigga about a shorty but you just couldn't take it.
Hell yeah.
Because that shit was just terrible, or it's just not gonna work with your lady. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, I can't
sure.
say this shit to her.
For
Nigga, are you
sure.
crazy?
Every
There's
man
a lot
gotta
of
do their own
niggas that-
shit.
You gotta do you feel me, and know your
Yeah.
woman too. So that's real.
It's a balance. It's another book I recommend. It's called Way of the Superior Man. One of the things he talk about is like it's a balance, man. Like being being in that exchange with your woman for y'all to y'all create God together. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like not letting your woman's ideas completely influence you. You know what I'm saying?
Still
to the point where
individual.
you
That's very
That's
Still
a
individual.
fact.
You gotta be a man.
Yeah,
Still.
you can't be
fact.
in this bitch getting whooped.
Yeah.
You gotta be
She
a man
won't
still.
respect you neither.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for
she'll feel
real,
that shit.
for real,
You
like
know what I'm
literally.
saying? So,
If she say she do, she lying. She probably got an OnlyFans.
Hey, but no, for real.
So the last thing we want to touch on, this one hit close to home. So it's how other people, so outside of women, outside of your dialogue with yourself, you feel me, your dialogue with God, with the Most High, outside of that, how do other people affect your purpose? Your parents, your peers, your family members?
I think I got something because I think I said this maybe Vices or Legacy, maybe first episode, but I've had a lot of family members, no shade to y'all if y'all watching this, but of what not to do. You know what I'm saying? Of
Yeah, that was
know.
Vices, bro.
Yeah, vices of and I think that's what comes inherent with just being on earth longer. I came into a family and just get to see the situation. As you get older, you start seeing what shit really is,
Yeah.
So I think, but also in a positive light too, just show me what I could do, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely think the people external that could help you define your purpose. Just a lot of the times I think is and that's something advice I'm still taking now is you don't have to learn every lesson yourself. You can see niggas, and if you somebody that you respect, love, and see what they went through, and if they've gone through some shit that you can avoid, you gonna avoid
heed.
that shit. Take heed, like you said, and I think that's how you can navigate using other people and not necessarily letting their projections deter you, take away.
I agree with that 100%. Cause even the only person really believed in me when I first started doing music was my mama. Everybody else
Same.
was really just
What?
you doing music? And even just yourself, the inner voice in your head, to actually take that leap and
and
release
say,
music and really
tough.
say you're a musician.
This is what I do.
This is what I do. That's a very hard leap, bro.
Yeah.
And once I took it, I remember I took I
Bruh.
dropped my first
Bro.
I dropped my first song, and they my family calling me. My family calling me. They like, Sal, this your song? You making music? Da, da, da. I'm like, yeah. And I done been consistent. Obviously, I'm a musician. I just keep dropping. Even my cousin said to me the other day when I dropped Love Comes Down, he told me, he was like, Sal, you really, you really a music, you cold, you getting better, you cold, and that meant a lot to me. But it's that just brings me to say this, if you are positive in what your purpose is, and you talk to God about it, and He tells you what it is, and you know when God is speaking, just do it. It don't matter what nobody else is saying.
That's a fact. You got to be strong, even when the most influential people in your life, your family members, maybe some of your friends, your parents, even when you getting a negative outlook, you have to learn how to take stuff and still keep pushing. Sometimes it's constructive criticism. Sometimes it's not constructive. Sometimes people don't see it or don't believe in you. But
They
I think
won't believe it
until they see it.
for
Exactly.
themselves.
I think really what it is as a culture, bro, we've been through a lot of traumatization.
Yeah.
So they've lived through life and lived through experiences and maybe have never recovered or want you to be safe. I don't think it always comes from a negative, well, it is a negative place, but I don't think it's always like the intention is to hurt your dreams or to hurt how you know, your feelings. It's just more so they want you to take the safer route. Rest in peace to my dad. I'm so thankful that like the past year and a half that he was alive, the tone switched. Like it was like, look, I support you. I do believe in you. You can do whatever you want to do. Just work hard. And he saw me bullshitting. So that, to his credit, that was fair. You know, work hard. Like make sure you don't treat it the same way you've been treating things that maybe we don't agree on, like school or whatever the case may be. You feel me? You don't have to go to school, but you can't bullshit neither.
Yeah.
You can't say like, okay, I want to chase this dream as being an artist, a podcaster, an entrepreneur, an athlete, a scientist, an astrophysicist, whatever your thing is. You can't chase it and then not do
Put in the
nothing.
work.
You can't not put in the work. So I think that's something that we need to do as a people, is make sure that we don't crush people's dreams, but acknowledge, like, dude, you feel me? Encourage them to put in the work and give constructive criticism. This is what you can do better. This is what I've seen you do that you've fallen short on. You need to focus on this, and that be more the point. Also, you do got to know when to pivot. Like we talked about earlier in the podcast, redirection is important. You feel me? Jay said that spoke to me for real. You got to know when to redirect your energy, whether you stand in the same space or you move into a different one. So it's just important to take things with a grain of salt. Everybody is not going to be on board. That's fine. If nobody is going to be on board, if you talk to God and you believe in yourself, work through that.
Yeah.
Like really
if
work
you
through
by
that.
yourself with your purpose, that's fine.
That's
too.
fine. Work through it.
Nah, realistically, bro, like other people, y'all summed up a lot of the ways in which I was thinking that people could actually, like, outside people, peers, family, whoever, can affect, you feel me, your individual purpose. But one thing that I will say is that, like kind of what you were saying about the traumas that our people have endured over the past recorded 400 years, you feel me, that just accumulated not only through teachings, but through our actual DNA, you feel me, structure. So we're actually receiving all of that from the back end, and it's a lot that goes into what someone genuinely believes in when you're telling one of these loved ones of yours, this is what I want to do. You know, this is the route that, not even want to do, this is the route that I'm taking. You feel me, like it or not, you feel me? Because again, even with whoever it is, not just family or peers, even with yourself, you have to have that same type of conversation with yourself. Like, I know what I'm doing, regardless of whatever, and like we were saying, do that shit.
Right.
So when people kind of are, you know, a little reluctant to actually see the plans that you have set forth, or see the vision that, you feel me, you see for yourself, and it may be coming out of fear from them because they don't want you to fuck up. You feel me? They don't want you to, you know,
fall on your face
or make the same mistakes that they made,
did.
like Jay was saying, or X, Y, and Z. But you know, realistically, my nigga, this is my life. You feel me? And it sounds kind of crazy, but this is my life, bro. If I, you know, I'm going to take heed and not make the same mistakes. But we watch, bro. They say, I don't know why people think human beings change so much. Kids, before they could speak, they learn the most by watching what their parents do and those around them. They'll repeat actions. Shit don't change. So if you watching, and if you sitting back and watching, all right, bro, I bet I take heed to this. All right, bet. You feel me? You pad and pencil everything in, and next thing you know, you feel me, you got this smooth, solid maneuver.
Yeah.
So realistically,
I do want to make another point too. Like, support, you have to understand, just like it's different love languages, people talking about people wanting to give and receive love differently. People also support differently. Like, I would say for my father, he was always supportive, but you have to be able to communicate how you need and want support. And then sometimes people are not capable of that, and that's okay. Like, that don't mean that you don't got to get the job done. You feel me? Not everybody is going to be the person liking and reposting everything, paying for every drop. Not every person is going to do that. They live in their own life on their own journey. That don't mean that they don't support you. There are people who do hate on you too.
Yeah, you feel some real hating ass niggas out here.
But for them, you just, you know, you keep moving, bro. Shit, that's attention to
They shit irrelevant.
Yeah, you just keep moving.
I think you know, since we coming to an end, something like my instructor, rest in peace, GMK, you feel me? He always said, when I asked him specifically about purpose, he said that earnest aren't concerned with the consequences, you know? So for everybody out there, like, if you live in your truth, good or bad, like you said, it's just that trust. You gotta be in action. So.
That's a fact. Hey man, there's a lot of clips in this one. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Woo! And we ended on the mic drop, baby.
All right, yeah.
I had a good time today. I hope y'all had a good time, bro.
Yeah,
This was a great podcast. We're gonna keep elevating every episode. We missed our dog MK, but he'll be back. You feel me? We'll be back. I love y'all. I appreciate everybody who watching.
Like,
for the viewers.
comment,
Like, comment, and subscribe, and share. You feel me? Yes, sir.
10 people share. That's
That little shit at the end of the video.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah, all right, y'all.
Yeah, we got more coming. So we talked about the Patreon a lot. That's in the
Nigga
works.
Sal done already stood up.
But yeah, bro, I appreciate y'all's support. We out of here. Pew.